I'm going to show you how to install rails and plinths for a paling fence. To do this you'll need a level, nails, circular saw, set square, pencil, clamps, chisels, hammer, tape measure, safety gear, nail gun, saw horses and of course my plinth and rails. The first thing we need to do is measure and cut our plinth. When you're installing your plinth you need to ensure that it's mounted in the centre of the post. In order to get that measurement correct, we just measure from the outside edge of the post to the inside of the next post. It will then be centred on the post. I'm now going to transfer those measurements onto a plinth and I'm just going to get my friend Luke to help me. Right, let's cut this with our circular saw. Now that I've cut my plinth to size, I'm going to attach it to the posts. I need to make sure it's level, so I'm going to get my friend Luke to help me. Now that we've got the plinth there, we don't need our string line anymore, so we'll just detach that. I now know my plinth is level, but as I nail, I'm just going to check it from post to post as I go to make sure it stays level. I'm just going to measure from the plinth that I've just put down to the wall and cut that to size. Now I'm just going to work out the height to cut my posts. I'm going to take the paling, rest it on the plinth, and I'm just going to mark that height on the post and just measure down from that mark a bit so that you don't see the top of the post visible from the outside of the fence. What we need to do now is establish some fall on the post so that the water doesn't sit on the top of the post. To do that, I'll take the square and I'll mark the side of the post. I will then go to the bottom of the square, do another mark, and the line from here to here will be my fall on the post. What we'll do now is cut off the top of the posts. So now we'll finish the cut on the top of the post with a handsaw. So now I just repeat that process for the rest of the fence posts. We need 3 fixing plates for our railings, one at the top, one at the middle, one at the bottom. So we'll just measure for those now. What we're doing is we're making our spacing 70mm because that's the width of our railings. We then evenly space our centre railing between where we've done our top railing and our bottom railing. Now I'll mark out where those notches go so that we can then notch them out. Set your saw depth to the thickness of the rail and then cut out your notches. Now we'll just chisel out those notches. What we're going to do now is install our railings. It's the easiest thing to do. We'll just slot them into the notches and then later on we'll cut them so they're the right length. Now I'm just going to nail the rail to the post. Now I'm going to cut this railing to the midpoint because the next railing has to rest on this post as well. I'm just going to continue along with my railings until I finish the complete length of the fence, and that's how you complete the railings and plinth for a paling fence.